Now, if you are married, this doesn't exempt you. If you are married, you must continue to be attractive. The challenge with many married people is that once they get, like I said earlier on, people get married because they love each other, but they stay married because they like each other. Because you are married doesn't mean you no longer need to be attractive. Let me even explain what it means to be attractive. So the challenge with the world is that we confuse beauty and attraction. In fact, in Proverbs chapter 31, verse 30, the Bible said beauty fades or beauty does not last. It said charm is deceptive, but it's a woman that fears the Lord shall be praised. I want to focus on the first two lines there. They were able to differentiate between beauty and charm or attractiveness. What has happened with the world is that we have become so obsessed and focused with beauty that we have missed out on the power of attractiveness. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? Proverbs 31. It said beauty fades. One version said beauty does not last. It said charm is deceptive. Now, please take note. They didn't say beauty is bad. Beauty is good. They didn't say charm is bad. What they're saying is this. Beauty, they're just informing you that beauty will not last. That means the same way your partner was when you started is probably not the way they will be 10 years, 20 years, 10 kids down the line, 10 jobs down the line. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? They say charm is deceptive. What do they mean? They mean charm can actually deceive you into entering a permanent relationship based on the temporary feeling. But what I want you to notice is that they differentiated the two, beauty and charm. Basic English definition of beauty is talking about physical aesthetics. Physical what? Aesthetics. So let me see if I can read the basic definition of beauty, dictionary definition. It said a combination of qualities such as shape, color, or form that pleases the aesthetic senses, especially the sight. That's beauty. In other words, with this definition, everybody cannot be beautiful. Am I correct? Based on this definition, they said something that is aesthetically, a combination of different things that is aesthetically, physically, surface-wise, beautiful, nice to the senses. So based on this, some people are going to be classified beautiful. Some are not going to be so beautiful. But you see, and that's the world standard, but that's basic English. But charm is different. Charm is internal, so everybody can develop that. That's where I'm really going. Everybody can develop that, and everybody should develop that. No matter how you look physically, how you think about how you look is more important than how you look. I don't know if somebody's getting what I'm saying. That's what charm is. Let's see, definition of charm. The power or quality of delighting, attracting, or fascinating others. All right? Or fascinating others. Let me read it again. The power or quality of delighting, attracting, or fascinating others. In other words, charm has to do with your personality. And everybody needs to build that attractive personality. You all need it. The good thing about this is that it will only help you in marriage, it will help you in life. To help you in life. That's why some people, they get into a place, they generally get treated better than other people. Because they have mastered the art of being charming. It's something you can develop. You might not be able to change yourself physically. For instance, if you don't have long nose, nothing you can do you can do something, but it's not advisable. All right? But that's just a whole lot of physical work. So you can't change how you look physically, but you can change how you feel about how you look. And that's where charm comes in. It's more internal. There are 7 ways to be a more attractive. Number 1 way to be a more attractive person is to build your self-esteem. To build what? Your self-esteem. I have discovered in life that everything going on is tied to how you value yourself. Your self-esteem affects almost everything every decision. Some people you are choosing to marry is because of how you value yourself. You think you are not all that. You must build your self-esteem. And the beautiful thing, what's self-esteem? The beautiful thing about self-esteem is that it's your own estimation of your value. I like that word so much, self-esteem. Listen, people have a right to value you any way they like. That's their own concern. But when it comes to self-esteem, it is you writing your own check to yourself. If I ask you to pay yourself this month for how wonderful you have been, how much will you write? How much will you write? You'll be amazed how many people value themselves. It's called self-estimation. Your own idea of your value. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? What is your own idea of what? Your value. People have a right. Your parents might think you are not worth much. Your friends might think you are not worth much. Your employer might think you are not worth much. Your employees might not think you are not worth much. Your friends might, but it doesn't matter what they think. The principle of life is what you think that is more important than what anybody thinks. That's why when the children of Israel went to spy the land, they came and said, we were like grasshoppers in our eyes, and so were we in their eyes. When did you go to their eyes? They didn't have to, because the principle of esteem is that people will eventually see you or treat you how you see or treat yourself. That's why it's important how you value yourself. It's called self-esteem. And the reason why many of us, our esteem fluctuates is that we are building it on the wrong thing. Sometimes we are building it on possessions. Jesus Christ said a man's life does not consist of the things he possesses. Other times we are building it on popularity. What people are saying and what people think. Jesus said, woe unto you when all men speak well of you. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? Sometimes we build it on position, on title. You know some people, if you don't call their title, there's some pastors, if you don't call them Reverend, Doctor, Evangelist, Apostle, you don't call all their title. I remember when I was a young preacher, I had a quarrel with one of my friends. We didn't agree about something. I was heated. And you know what he said? He said, from now, he won't call me pastor anymore. Imagine if I was those kind of people that was crazy about title. You know there's some people that will hurt them. Say, please call me my pastor. I just laughed because even now, there are places I go to, I don't even introduce myself as pastor at all. I just say, my name is Kingsley. When you get it right, you will know that your name is higher than any title. Jesus, you are following. What title does Jesus have? They said they've given him a name above what? Every name. So your name has to be higher than the title. And if you see people that have hit it big in their life in terms of purpose and other things, you find that they don't need any title. What title does Bill Gates have? His name is just Bill Gates. It speaks for itself. No need to add anything. What title does Mandela have? No title, just Nelson Mandela. And the name will be so powerful, even his children. He might be dead 100 years. The children will be adding that name to their name. They'll say, my name is John Nelson Mandela. And it will still be opening doors. Are you getting what I'm saying? But somebody else is doctor. If you don't put doctor. You see, there are some people that the doctor is the one that adds value to their name. There's some people that their name adds value to the whole industry. That means doctor will be glad to have you added to it. Not you being glad that doctor is added to your name. Are you catching what I'm saying? It's an understanding.